what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good?
But thinking about 6 to 8 months down the road, what does inflation look like?
Yeah.
Are we having conflicts throughout the world? Ukraine, Russia, is it still happening in 6 to 8 months? Maybe it is, maybe it's not, right? Supply and demand. We just saw today that the president met with the president of China.
Yes.
That was important.
That was needed.
Like when we spoke about it in depth, when we talked about the importance of that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a baby step, but it's a step.
Yeah.
Right? Taiwan is still a major player.
Yes.
Now, from everything that they saw when they read in the reports, there's no imminent danger just yet as far as the invasion of Taiwan. So that's a positive sign.
Yeah.
So you start to see some of these signs, and do they add up to something that could be positive? In my opinion, I say yeah.
Yeah.
But we shall monitor.
What are your thoughts?
No. I mean, I think it's interesting because the economy is still kind of a little turbulent.
Yeah.
But the stock market usually turns before the
Absolutely. Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
So I think we have a shot, but this leads to the next topic, unemployment.
I was just going to say that's another number that we got.
So yeah, 21,000 tech jobs have been lost so far this month in November, and the month just started. Amazon announced that they're going to be laying off 10,000 people. So the tech is laying off a bunch of people. Twitter, Facebook, Meta, Amazon.
I got some. You got the numbers? Amazon 10,000, Meta 11,000. Twitter, the number was at 3,700, but that changed. Disney had a hiring freeze.
Yeah.
Salesforce, another obviously in tech, 1,000. Stripe 1,000. Coinbase over 1,000. Shopify
Stripe is interesting.
Over 1,000. Microsoft over 1,000. Snap over 1,000.
Has Google announced yet?
Google hasn't yet. Apple announced a hiring freeze.
Yeah.
Which obviously we're not laying off people, but we're not hiring anyone.
Yeah. Outside of R&D.
So the tech companies are interesting because they're laying off the most people, and overall the job market is still relatively decent. We haven't seen mass layoffs in other sectors, but tech is ahead of the curve when it comes to that. And one of the reasons is because of inflation and interest rates, and also, they've had very lavish spending habits. When you look at tech offices, no matter where the office is,
I agree.
They have daycare centers in there, and
they'll call amenities.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember I went to LinkedIn's office years ago before we started Earn Your Leisure, and it was amazing in the city. And they told me the reason why it's so amazing is because they don't want people to leave. They be able to come at 8 o'clock and leave at 8 o'clock. So they keep they have everything that you need there. But of course, with that is an expense. They paid pretty handsome salaries to their employees. They spent a lot of money on marketing. And now a lot of those tech companies are, feeling the crunch. So they're the first ones to start to lay people off.
Yeah.
So the fear is that they are the precursor to the larger economy. And now you're going to start to see other sectors, perhaps in the next coming months, start to follow suit and lay people off as well if inflation and interest rates stay high. So what's your thoughts on the unemployment situation?
I agree 1,000%. I always tell anyone that is working, whether you have a job or you're in a business or a partnership, you have to know the return that you get. So if you're getting paid $1 and you make someone $5 or make them 11x, you always are going to be able to keep yourself employed. I do want to ask, so when people say that the job market is strong, what sectors are strong? Because I don't think the job market has been strong in the last maybe 3 or 4 years overall.
Well, not strong, but as far as layoffs.
Gotcha.
We haven't seen mass layoffs like how we have recently seen in tech. There hasn't been
I think they're coming. Yeah, I think they're coming.
By sector? So technology leads it. What do you think is the next sector or the next couple of sectors where it's all right, we see mass layoffs coming from?
Definitely retail.
Okay.
And any industries that are low priced, that are cost based. That's one reason I never like doing things based on price. The margins are too thin. So a lot of manufacturing could be in trouble. A lot of retailers will be in trouble. I mean, my dad was telling me the other day, even I think Macy's and other retail stores are now letting they're closing on Thanksgiving. Going back to it, because people don't want to work. And it's that's one part of it. The other part is they weren't treated well and the pay wasn't comparable to what they should be receiving. So I think we're going to go through a renaissance era of where people have to be a lot more efficient. Earlier this year and late last year, I was talking about automation, how by 2030, they want to have most of the automated We're seeing that come to light.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I'm going to stress, we're going to see major corporations try and figure out a way how to run a multi-billion-dollar business with 1,000 employees. Like if Apple's running a $2 trillion cash pile with 7 people, why does the average business need 50 people in it when most are a liability?
I feel like, isn't that like what Elon's doing at Twitter?
Trying to.
Right? Like let's trim it down.
Yeah. I think you trimmed too fast.
I mean,
Yeah, he cut from the pelvis down.
I mean, day one.
Yeah.
I mean, first day out type.
Yeah.
But you figure you scale down, figure out who is the most talented, and let's go to war with that.
Yeah.
Like that's the model.
Well, yeah. Well, talking about Elon, he announced that he is overworked. He said that you've seen this?
No, I didn't see this. Tell me more.
Oh yeah. Well, I gotta play the video.
Breaking news.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I'll play the video. It's actually very interesting. And I want to know, is this like a play? Look.
I have too much work on my plate, that is for sure. I'm really working at the absolute most amount that I can work from morning till night, 7 days a week. So this is not something I'd recommend, frankly. Twitter for sure, I think needs to do a lot more on video. And it's kind of a no-brainer to enable a longer video on Twitter and also enable content creators to make a living with content that they submit to Twitter.
So,
wow.
So we got
said he's overworked. He's been working day and night, 7 days a week. It's not something that he would recommend.
I would agree.
Tesla, Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he says that Twitter definitely needs to have more videos, more long form videos. So long story short, I feel like he might have bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to kind of get some level of sympathy on the situation.
that verified badge didn't work out very well.
Well, it's a bad idea.
You think so?
It didn't work very well.
Well, why do you think it's a bad idea?
Talking about the Eli Lilly thing,
Okay.
because it's like the idea of being verified means that you are a public figure, right?
Yeah.
And because people need to know this is the real person.
Yeah.
This is the real Ian Dunlap. This is the real Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous if there is no level of knowing this is real Earn Your Leisure, this is fake Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah.
Because then it's like these people that scam people, right?
Yeah.
And it's like
First day out, they did it.
That's the whole. Why do you keep referencing first day out?
I don't know.
Why did I upset you?
Yeah, they said it like 3 times.
Yeah, no. The first day that they let it happen, they bought political figures, names.
I mean, it's a great song. It's one of the
Oh,
greatest.
you think it's T Grizzly?
What other thing is
Gucci?
Gucci had one too.
Gucci
But T
was
Grizzly
like the original, right?
T Grizzly. That's
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
the one.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what they did. Like, if I could buy your identity, why wouldn't I for $8?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and so and how much revenue can $8 a month?
Not a
It's
lot.
Like you keep playing these games.
Yeah.
They keep playing stupid games. You get dumb surprise. You get dumb awards. Like, and now he's looking tired. He's like, yo, it's not really working out. And then he got a bunch of debt, and he's laying off employees, and he's under backlash about the censorship, and he tried to relax the ban, and now people's calling him racist because people like. So it's like I think he might have. He didn't fully think this through.
He said it could go bankrupt.
At $8 with 22.5 million people is 180 million. How much you pay for Twitter?
A lot.
44 billion.
So even if that was 50 months,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. He gonna have to.
I mean, I think that the ideation, the pricing was wrong. I don't think they should have sold the verified part. I think they should have did it how Facebook did back in the day, where you have to have like a legit email tied to a work account. And then that would take away some of the noise. I think he bit off, like you said, more than he can chew. He may not even meant to really buy Twitter, but the letter of intent that he sent had some financial backing behind it. And for those you don't know, when you put in a bid for a business with those kind of terms, you kind of have to buy it. You can't just back away because you don't want to. So, and he's running it like a startup, which I kind of like. He's doing the opposite of what Zuckerberg is doing. But he's running it like a startup that no one knows about. So you're throwing ideas at the wall and you have no vetting system, no board. I know they're building a creative council now, but I think some of these things could have been planned through a little bit better. But entrepreneurship is not easy, though.
It's a bad company. Like, I feel like Twitter, I won't say bad. It's a middle level company. It's a middle of the road social media app. And
Horace Grant?
I don't see, huh?
Horace Grant? You said that.
I don't see it becoming bigger than, the Instagram of the world. Like it's not as hot and as trendy as TikTok.
Yeah.
It's never going to have as many people on it as Facebook. So and like he said, video's a no-brainer, but now you're trying to make it a video platform when it has never been a video platform. It's always been a writing
text-based,
a thought.
So now you're saying that it's a no-brainer to turn it into video, but all of the other platforms are already video.
Yeah.
So now you're trying to kind of, copy what other platforms are doing. So yeah, I think that he might have not fully thought that part of it through.
Yeah.
And thought that his name alone was just,
That's a hell of a lot of money to spend for a company on the consumer side. Like, that's why I would say debt. I know, and people get on me about it, but like debt is not good, especially during an economic downturn, to pay that kind of money. Now, if he took it as like a B2B marketing platform, ad platform, maybe like an internal network for Tesla, there's some things that he could do. But when you pay $44 billion for it, and that's what you have to generate to break even, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's a hole it's hard to dig yourself out of.
That's not a beat.
So, but for all entrepreneurs, for everyone watching, even some of my guys hit me today, they're like, man, you back in New York? I'm like, this is what it takes. I wish I could just sit in the house and not shake hands and kiss. But like, even like we were supposed to do something last week, it got canceled last minute. So even when I canceled Stock Club call, they get on me. How you cancel? I'm like, I flew out here and it got canceled the day before and had to come right back out here and make it canceled the day before. And I'm praying, like, dear Lord, please forgive me. For real, I've been cursed. I've been praying. I've been having no pineapple juice or Ciroc. Lord, please let this interview go through. But this is a part of business. Like that tired look that he has, that is an entrepreneur that is executing at a high level. Everyone who's selling you on working 2 to 3 hours a day and going to the beach and everybody polygamous now. That is an Instagram lifestyle, yo. It takes this Dave. Super rich, super wealthy, doesn't have to work. You can see he's in his office grinding.
Yep.
Y'all had a meeting earlier today. Y'all got some stuff to win. I say what? Right? But I never hit you and be like, what you doing? You're like, nothing. I'm seeing more cameras. I like the way you put this light out. So we got the little triangle effect. Every time we go somewhere, hand master, a human. All right. This is what it takes. And if you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, you want to be free, you are going to have to sacrifice some 7-day weeks.
Freedom.
That's a fact.
Freedom.
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's
This
good?
that Red Panda Anthem.
Your
Whole
boy.
clique going up. I know they can't stand it.